Look what we have here, Victoria Sterling sneered, her voice dripping with disdain as she pointed at the young woman who had just stepped into the elite Manhattan gym. The rhythmic thuds of punches against heavy bags came to a sudden halt. All eyes turned to Kesha Campbell, an 18-year-old Jamaican immigrant clutching a tattered sports bag, her worn-out sneakers squeaking on the polished floor. Her dark skin stood out starkly against the pristine, all-white environment where monthly memberships cost more than most people's rent for 3 months. Victoria Sterling, the reigning women's world boxing champion for 2 years running, wasn't just known for her devastating hooks and uppercuts. At 26, she had built an empire on controversy, social media rants, provocative posts, and a persona that screamed entitlement. Her latest Instagram flex, showing off her sculpted physique with the caption, "When you're naturally superior, you don't have to pretend to be equal," had racked up over 500,000 likes in hours. She thrived on the attention, turning every moment into content gold. "Sorry," Kesha muttered, double-checking the address on her cracked phone screen. "I thought this was the youth scholarship program." Her voice was soft, accented with the lilt of Jamaica. She had arrived in the U.S. just 6 months ago, chasing dreams her family had scraped together every penny to fund. By day, she scrubbed offices for 16 hours straight. By night, she crammed into a Bronx room with 3 roommates. This scholarship was her lifeline, a chance to train properly without breaking the bank. Victoria's laugh cut through the air like a whip. "Scholarship program? Honey, this isn't some charity case. We train real athletes here, not experiments." The word hung heavy, laced with prejudice. Kesha felt the stares, the judgment weighing on her like a heavy glove. But she stood tall, her eyes steady. A firm voice broke the tension. "The program exists," said Tom Rodriguez, the grizzled gym owner and veteran trainer, emerging from his office with a folder in hand. "And Kesha Campbell is on the approved list." Victoria rolled her eyes, her perfectly manicured nails tapping her phone. "Really, Tom? Turning my gym into an NGO? My sponsors won't like this at all." Tom shot back, unfazed. "Your sponsors pay for results, not opinions." But Victoria wasn't done. She sauntered over to Kesha, her smile more predatory than welcoming. "You know what? Since you're so eager to play with the pros, let's see if you deserve it. A friendly spar, you versus me. 3 rounds, last, and you stay. Fold, and you're out." The gym went silent. Everyone knew this was no fair fight. It was a setup for public humiliation. Kesha knew it too. But there was a spark in her eyes, a quiet fire Victoria couldn't read. "I accept," Kesha said, her voice calm as a still sea. Victoria blinked, expecting begging or tears. "You sure? Because when I'm done, you'll rethink those big dreams?" Kesha just smiled faintly. "I'm sure." What Victoria didn't know was that back in Kingston's slums, Kesha was no stranger to the ring, or rather, the streets that served as one. Nicknamed Lightning for her blinding speed and precision, she had started fighting at 8 to survive. By 12, she was taking down boys twice her size in underground bouts, earning scraps to feed her family. At 16, she was a legend, her counters so swift they left opponents dazed. But when her U.S. visa came through, she vowed to leave that life behind. Until now. Word of the spar spread like wildfire. Boxers, trainers, even journalists trickled in. Victoria hyped it on Instagram. "Guys, some random girls challenging me. Time for a humility lesson." Comments flooded in. "Destroy her. Show her her place." She reveled in it, already picturing the viral takedown. In the locker room, Kesha wrapped her hands methodically. Tom followed her in. "You don't have to do this. The scholarship's yours regardless." Kesha tested the borrowed gloves. "I won't get hurt." Tom pressed. "She's a champ. Technique, power, experience." Kesha met his gaze. "And I have hunger. Something she'll never understand." Tom had trained hundreds, but her conviction chilled him. Why accept? Ignore her. Kesha's eyes darkened with memories. The screams of her mother, the sting of fists in Kingston's dirt alleys. Because I've lived this. People like her think words break us, that we're inferior. But those who fight to survive don't just box for fun. We fight to exist. Outside, Victoria mocked Kesha's sneakers to her followers. Learned from YouTube, probably. Laughter rippled, but veteran boxer Marcus Williams whispered to a buddy, "That calm. I've seen it before. The quiet ones hit hardest." Victoria, blinded by ego, dismissed it. "Desperation isn't skill," she sneered to the cameras. Kesha emerged, her arms toned and movements fluid. Tom noticed her hands, dense, calloused like a pro's. "Have you fought before?" he asked. Kesha's smile hid secrets. Define fought. Then the gym door swung open. Winston Campbell, Kesha's uncle, strode in, scarred hands, wise eyes. "Lightning," he said. The nickname rippled through the room. Older boxers perked up, memories stirring. "Uncle Winston?" Kesha froze. He had flown from Miami after hearing through family grapevine. "I thought we left those days behind," he said. Tom, intrigued, "You know her?" Winston nodded. "Since she was 8, Victoria has no clue what she's facing." He spilled the truth. Kesha's street-fighting legend, defeating grown men, earning respect through fear and skill. She quit for a new life here, but underestimating her? Big mistake. Victoria overheard snippets and laughed it off on TikTok. Even brought family for the show. Cute. Her manager warned over the phone, "Don't hurt her too bad. No lawsuits." Victoria, "It'll be quick." Winston advised Tom, "Bet on Lightning. She's fought for survival. Victoria, just for likes." Kesha begged secrecy, but Winston insisted, "Show them." Tom asked why fight. Kesha's voice hardened. "She saw a victim because of my skin, my background. Respect's earned, not given. Sometimes lightning reminds why storms are feared." The bell rang. Victoria charged with jabs, but Kesha dodged like smoke, predicting every move. "Stay still!" Victoria growled, off balance. Kesha countered, a sharp left to the jaw. Victoria staggered, shocked. The gym hushed. What followed was poetry in motion. Kesha's punches, calculated, precise. For every swing Victoria landed, 3 came back. By round 2, Victoria panted, marked. "Who is she?" a spectator yelled. Winston, "Lightning Campbell." Kesha closed in. Lightning's a warning. A blitz, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Victoria crumpled. Knockout in round 2. The gym erupted. Phones captured it all. Victoria's posts backfired. Comments turned. Arrogance destroyed. She lost 100,000 followers in an hour. Sponsors bailing. Kesha stood over her. "Respect's by character, not color or cash." Victoria's eyes held dawning respect amid tears. 3 months later, Victoria's empire crumbled. Mansion gone, brands silent. She apologized on a podcast. "My prejudice blinded me." But the internet remembered. Kesha signed a $2 deal, became a symbol. Under Armour's line, "Earned, not given." ESPN documented her rise. Her foundation, Lightning Dreams, aided 300 young women, opening a Kingston gym. At the ceremony, "This isn't revenge, it's dignity. Underestimation, fuel to become unbeatable." As unified champ, Kesha thanked doubters. True powers refusing limits others set. Victoria watched alone, learning. Greatness forges in adversity. This tale proves, underestimate at your peril. Sometimes the storm you mock is the one that reshapes everything. If inspired, subscribe for more stories of triumph over prejudice.